Gopijana Vallabha Girivardhari Gopijana Vallabha Girivardhari Jashodandana Braja Janaranjana Jashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Srila Prabhupada Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada जय श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, अनंत कोटि वैष्णव भक्त वृंद की जय, Jai Nitai Gaura Premanande. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories, all glories, all glories to Shri Shri Guru and Gauranga. Ajnanatimidandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahiyam Dadati Swapadantikam. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gaurani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shanyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyaivacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivashadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. So Ramanujacharya, considering how great Srila Goshti Purnaji is, he offers his respectful obeisances to Goshti Purnaji. And he is back in Srirangam. And Ramanujacharya is feeling so sad that he has not been able to fulfill the desire of his spiritual master, and feeling himself so unqualified and fallen. Every moment he is simply crying tears of despair. And is considering how useless his life is. That what is the use of living if one is not able to serve the devotees of the Lord, one is not able to please the spiritual master. It is at that time that he gets the news that there is a visitor from Goshti Puri. A very pious Brahmana has come to Srirangam to have darshan of Lord Ranganath. And when Ramanujacharya hears that there is a visitor from the holy town of Goshti Puri, immediately he goes to the place where this visitor is and he welcomes him personally. He honors him he offers him respects. He offers him water to wash his feet, he gives him a seat. And after offering him prasad and making him comfortable, Ramanujacharya, considering that how fortunate this pious Brahmana is, that he lives in the very town where Goshti Purnaji lives. Again and again he offers his respects to this wonderful Brahmana. And then his heart completely fills over with his desire to be able to receive the mercy of Goshti Purna, and he's crying tears. And this Brahmana sees that how Ramanujacharya is deeply desirous and how pure is his desire, that all he wants is to serve Krishna, and all he wants is to serve the Supreme Personality of Godhead, to serve the desire of Mahapurnaji. All his desire is to receive the blessings of Goshti Purnaji. That seeing Ramanujacharya cry piteously, the Brahmana's heart breaks, and he is also crying tears. His heart is moved. He takes darshan of Lord Ranganath, and immediately he comes back to Goshti Puri. And even before he can go to his own house, he goes to the house of Goshti Purnaji, and with tears in his eyes, he asks Goshti Purnaji that why are you not giving your mercy to Ramanujacharya? He's such a great devotee of the Lord, and he has so much respect for you. All he wants is to serve you. How is it that you are treating him in this way? Please be merciful unto Ramanujacharya. And then he describes to Goshti Purnaji that how Ramanujacharya is constantly crying tears of lamentation that he has not been able to fulfill the desire of his spiritual master. He tells him that Ramanujacharya feels that his life is useless. What is the use of living if one has not been able to serve the devotees of the Lord? But at the same time, one cannot give up one's life, because one's life is not one's property, but it is the property of the spiritual master. So in this way, being torn between serving the spiritual master and at the same time not being able to receive the mercy of Goshti Purnaji, all Ramanujacharya could do was cry tears. And when Goshti Purnaji hears from the mouth of this wonderful Brahmana that how Ramanujacharya is so desirous of serving him, at that moment his heart melts. What is the lesson to be learned here? You see, when we make a personal endeavor to approach a superior personality and we put forth our desire, then there is always a doubt that maybe we have ulterior motives. What is there to trust such a person? How can we trust somebody who has come to advocate his own cause? There is always a doubt. But when a devotee of the Lord comes unto the Lord, or a devotee comes unto the spiritual master and prays and requests for the mercy to be given unto us, then Krishna trusts his devotee. The spiritual master trusts a devotee, because a devotee is very pure at heart, and a devotee can never have ulterior motives. Therefore, in Vaishnava theology, it is very important that we can serve the devotees of the Lord such that they would on our behalf approach Krishna, and they would pray to Krishna that please offer your mercy to this devotee, for this devotee is indeed very qualified. And when a devotee prays to Krishna on behalf of us, then Krishna cannot refuse. Kopi bhartur pada kamalayor, das, 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 and das. Hence, a practitioner in Krishna consciousness is always desires to become the servant of the servant of the servant of the servant of the Lord and maintainer of the gopis. So it is so very important to have this wonderful relationship with devotees where service and pleasure of the devotees is predominant. And especially if one has the opportunity to please the superior authorities like the Acharyas, like Srila Prabhupada. Then when Srila Prabhupada advocates our cause in front of Krishna, then Krishna cannot refuse. Srila Prabhupada in one lecture says that we may be a complete nonsense because we are unable to control our senses, but somehow or the other, if we have rendered unalloyed service unto Srimati Radharani, and Srimati Radharani, she turns to Krishna and says, please accept this devotee. This devotee is very nice. And Krishna cannot refuse. So when the pious Brahmana, he described how Srila Ramanujacharya was crying piteously day and night, Goshti Purnaji's heart melted. Throughout this entire incident, we find that Srila Goshti Purna is playing a very, very important role. Yesterday we said, or day before yesterday we said that one of the prominent responsibilities of the spiritual master is to uphold the dignity of the process of Krishna consciousness and the process of purification. And sometimes it is so very difficult for the spiritual master to... The heart of the spiritual master, being the heart of a devotee, is very soft. But when the spiritual master has to guide a devotee, guide a disciple, and in the interest of the disciple has to become very harsh, such that the disciple may improve, then the spiritual master does it as his duty, as her duty. And within their heart, they are always praying to Krishna that please shower your blessings on this devotee. Therefore, the scriptures describe that the spiritual master and in fact the Supreme Personality of Godhead are simultaneously soft as a rose petal and as harsh as a thunderbolt. Goshti Purnaji sent a message to Srirangam that let Ramanujacharya begin his fast. It's not over yet. This is a very, very instructive and long pastime. Just because sentiments are so very powerful doesn't mean that we give up Siddhanta. Goshti Purna's heart is moved that yes, Ramanujacharya is qualified. Let him begin his austerity. You have to fast for 1 whole month from food, water, and practically no sleep. The day before yesterday we asked everyone, would you like to fast for 1 whole month? And there were no takers. Now the question is, to receive a rare mantra that could give us entrance into the spiritual world, are we still eager enough to fast for 1 whole month? And if foolishly we consider that we are ready to do that, then we will all die. It's not humanly possible. Unless and until one takes complete shelter of Krishna, it's not humanly possible. Srila Ramanujacharya, as soon as he got this instruction, it was as if he got back his life. He was so happy to begin this fasting. Recently we had the chance to fast for one entire day. Everyone remembers that day? Pandav Nirjala Ekadashi. Were we happy to fast? Like, were we really eager? Or was it one of the dreadful days of our lives? I have again and again mentioned this point because it is true, I know it's for myself too. As soon as the Vaishnava calendar comes in, the first date that everyone looks for is when is Pandav Nirjala Ekadashi. Even before Janmashtami or Gaur Purnima or Radhashtami, Prabhu Pandav Nirjala Ekadashi kab hai? Because I know that what can we do now that we have taken up the process of Krishna consciousness, we cannot hide from the community of devotees. Everyone is going to ask us, "You are doing Pandav Nirjala Ekadashi, no?" Fasting is a very interesting phenomenon, especially in the modern day scenario. In today's times, when one is supposed to fast, and one takes on the process of fasting, inadvertently all of us are actually, that is the day when we are thinking of food the most. Have you ever realized that? Have I made arrangement for all that is required for breaking my fast? Lemon water, khichdi. And that is the day where no one dare in any way disturb us. Even if the milkman, like in India, the milkman comes in, even the milkman knows, Aaj Prabhu ji ka fasting hai. Today, we should not try have any interactions with this devotee. Fasting is when we are supposed to, the time that was spent in eating and sleeping, because we have saved that time, we are supposed to use that in serving Krishna and remembering Krishna. That is what fasting is all about. That every day this body and the needs of the body, they take so much of time away from serving Krishna. Yes, prasad is Krishna in another form. But then preparing prasad and eating and then cleaning up. So one day in a fortnight, by the arrangement of the system of purification, by the arrangement of the system of devotional service, one day in a fortnight, we try and save that time so that we can chant Krishna's name all the more. We can serve Krishna all the more without any distractions. But as the day passes on, the distractions increase. Did you ever realize that we become aware of time to the minutest second, especially on the day of fasting? Like, that is the day we really realize that time is important. And sometimes we realize that time stands still. Especially in the morning, when you wake up and your fasting time is, let's say, around 7:30, then right from 6 o'clock, it seems that the time is not moving on. And I'm not exaggerating, this is how it is. And do you know if the fast breaking time is like 7:30, right from 7:20 it's as if we are ready for the 100-meter dash. Sprint. 10, 9, 8, the countdown begins. And exactly at 7:30:00, break the fast. We are so particular on that particular day to keep the tithi timings. fast break. And once the fast is broken, there is no Krishna anywhere around us. We have forgotten who we are, because all we are tasting is the ecstasy of having broken the fast. Nirvana. This is the precarious situation of most of us who practice spiritual life in the age of Kali, and still Krishna accepts our services. Now, what greater praman, proof there can be to Krishna's mercy? Despite that, Krishna is ready to accept our services. Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate. He is really the well-wisher of all the Dina, the fallen. This year, there was a very interesting situation. The East Coast was fasting for Nirjala Ekadashi on the 4th. Am I right? And the West Coast was fasting on the 5th. For Nirjala Ekadashi. Let's suppose that somebody had a flight on 4th night to come to the West Coast. So the entire day of 4th one fasts Nirjal, and there are the circumstances that make us take the flight to come to the West Coast, and we land on the West Coast on the 5th. That is the day we really curse our karma. Because from one Nirjal fasting Ekadashi to another Nirjal Ekadashi fasting, we must have killed thousands of Brahmanas and cows in a past life. Or worse than that. But imagine the other way. Fourth night we have a flight from the West Coast to the East Coast. So on fourth night, everyone on the West Coast is preparing to fast the next day. And we are having this big smile on our face. I have a flight tonight. And right at 11 o'clock, our flight takes off. And when we land on the East Coast, it is 5th morning. So we leave the Dashmi and 3 hours of fasting, or 5 hours of fasting, and we land on Dwadashi ready for breaking the fast. Now if that were to happen, it's like good things always happen to good people. Isn't it? So if it were the other way around, then we ask the question, why do bad things happen to good people? And if we are making the journey from Dashmi to Dwadashi, in Ekadashi somewhere lost, then good things happen to the good people only. So this is how feeble our determination is, or our practices are in the age of Kali. Sri Ramanujacharya, he had to fast for 1 whole month. And he eagerly began his fast. By the 16th day, by Krishna's arrangement, he was so feeble, he was so dehydrated, he practically had no energy even to survive. He was on the verge of giving up his life because he had not eaten or drunk anything for the past 16 days. His disciples were so concerned. They ran all the way to Goshtipuri and they requested Goshtipurnaji that please let the spiritual master at least drink a little water. And there are tears in their eyes, and they were begging Goshti Purnaji, and Goshti Purnaji said, yes, he can drink water. The disciples were so relieved. And they thanked Goshti Purnaji so many times. And they ran back to Srirangam. But as they were about to begin the journey back to Srirangam, they asked Goshti Purna, will you still be given the mantra, please? Goshti Purna said, no. But please, he wants to fast so that he can receive the mantra. So Goshti Purna said, so let him fast. But if he fasts, he will die. Where am I forcing him to fast? If he wants, he can drink water. If he drinks water, the fast is broken. Therefore, he will not get the mantra. And if he wants the mantra, then he should fast. So why is Goshti Purna being so very adamant? Shouldn't he reconsider the point that Ramanujacharya in all sincerity, he had fasted. And it was humanly impossible, seemingly it is humanly impossible to complete the fast. Goshti Purnaji was not being adamant for the simple reason because he knew that it is possible to fast for 1 whole month. And the reason he knew that it is possible to fast for 1 whole month is because he himself had done that austerity to receive the mantra. And therefore, it was not proper on his part to compromise. Goshti Purna had not received the mantra, as a free gift in his mail. He had done his austerity too. And the disciples, they begged Goshti Purnaji that even if Ramanujacharya would not give up his fast, even if he fasted and if he lost his life, then what is the use of that fasting? Because who will he give the mantra to? He will not survive. Goshti Purnaji said, well, if he completes his fasting and does not survive, then he'll go to Vaikuntha. And in Vaikuntha he'll meet Ramanujacharya, and Ramanujacharya will give him the mantra. If he completes his fast and he survives, then I will give him the mantra. So there is no loss. It is a win-win situation. The disciples were completely aghast. They did not know what to do. They were like crazy, begging him again and again and again, please save our spiritual master, please save our spiritual master. Finally, Goshti Purna relented a bit and he said, the Utsava deities, when you offer them Abhishek, the water that washes their lotus feet, that amount of water he can drink once a day. The Charanamrit. Now, if we are given that opportunity, have I told you the story about that laddu? And the man who had diabetes? No. Okay. There was a gentleman, he had diabetes and he couldn't go on a keto diet. So the doctor told him that no sweets, no sugar at all. And he said, please, if you tell me no sugar, I might as well die. I need to have some sweet in my life every day. A bit of it, whatever it is, please, just a little bit of a sweet every day. So the doctor realized that he wouldn't, relent. So finally the doctor said, all right, 1/2 laddu for breakfast every day. Not more than that, only half a laddu. He said, thank you doctor, you saved my life. I promise you I'll only eat half a laddu. And the doctor said, please come after 15 days, we'll look at your blood parameters again and we'll see what to do then. After 15 days, the man comes back and his sugar levels have increased. And the doctor said, did you not take the medicines? And he said, I took the medicines. Did you not follow the diet that I prescribed? He said, I perfectly followed your diet. But then how did the sugar levels go up? He said, I don't know. Are you eating sweets? A lot of sweets? And he said, no, only half a laddu. That's it. So the doctor was surprised. He was really wondering. He said, I have to go and observe what he eats. So the next day the doctor came for breakfast. And the breakfast table was set up, and there was this loud rumbling noise. And the doctor was wondering, what is the rumbling noise? Is there an earthquake? So there came in a big, like pickup truck trolley like that. And on that pickup truck was half a laddu. Like the flatbed truck that is there. So half a laddu that size. And he said, that is all I eat. Half a laddu. So we have to be careful, we have to be very precise. At least 16 rounds a day. One of our devotees, my own friend, in the early days in Krishna consciousness, he had joined the temple, wanted to be a Ramanujacharya. So came in every day in the morning, he would attend Mangala Aarti, he would chant rounds. And it would take us 1 hour, 45 minutes or 2 hours to chant 16 rounds. He would finish 16 rounds in 20 minutes. And by the time we finished the rounds, she would be like, how many rounds did you chant? How many rounds did you chant? Everybody would say 16, 16, 16. He would say, today I chanted 50 rounds. Today I chanted 60 rounds. And we were wondering, I mean, is he joking or what? So we did not take him seriously. And this went on for a week. And then he felt kind of confused that everyone else is only chanting 16 rounds and I am able to chant like 50 rounds. How is that? So he showed him that this is how we chant 16 rounds. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. And he goes, oh, I was chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Nobody was chanting 50 rounds every day, 1.5 hours. So one has to be very specific, 16 rounds at least on your beads and the complete Mahamantra on each bead. Otherwise people finish the 16 rounds like in half an hour or 20 minutes. And he was not eating any words of the Mahamantra. So very precise. So Goshti Purnami was very precise. Water that washes the lotus feet of the deities, with that amount of water he can drink every day, which is practically like just a few ml. And Ramanujacharya, he accepted the Charanamrit of the deities and survived on that. Now this is a beautiful pastime of the Lord. It shows that how a devotee is very compassionate. You see, according to the scriptures, various statements, if one is fasting, then the scriptures state that Charanamrit is not considered to be that which breaks the fast. But unfortunately, if that is the excuse or that is the exception given to us, we may drink an entire glass of Charanamrit. So Charanamrit is just a few drops. And like on festival days, everyone likes to drink Charanamrit. Today we have Charanamrit. No one goes beyond 2 drops. But festival days, 100 ml, 200 ml, because it has all those nectar in it. So when we drink Charanamrit like that, that is considered as breaking the fast. When we drink a glass full of Charanamrit, it is considered as breaking the fast. So sometimes a total fast is broken simply by accepting Charanamrit. That is also correct. There is a spiritual statement. At the same time, Scriptures also state that if one accepts Charanamrit on the day of fasting, especially Nirjal fasting, it is not considered to be breaking the fast. So they are both statements. So when Ramanujacharya was offered just a few drops of the Charanamrit of the Lord, he was not breaking the fast. At the same time, his disciples, they felt relieved. Ramanujacharya, he finished his fast. And Goshtipurna was so happy. And Mahapurna was so happy. They blessed Ramanujacharya. And Goshtipurna invited him to come and accept the secret mantra. But he knew that Ramanujacharya is a super compassionate person. So he specifically informed Ramanujacharya, you have to come alone. Don't bring any of your disciples with you. Only you shall receive the mantra. You are a sannyasi, and very specifically he told them, you should only come with your sannyas danda and the dhwaja. The sannyas staff and the flag that is at one end of the staff. These are the only articles of a sannyasi. The sannyas danda represents the sannyasi's surrender through body, mind and words unto Lord Narayan. And it indicates that how the sannyasi is eternally the servant of Lord Narayan and is one with the desire of Lord Narayan. And the flag represents the victory of Lord Narayan over all. The victory of the sannyasi over his senses. So sannyasi's danda and flag, the dhwaja, are very important to the sannyasi, more than his very life. So you just come with your sannyas staff and dhwaja. And Ramanujacharya, he agreed. When Ramanujacharya came to Goshtipurna to receive the mantra in Goshtipuri, Goshtipurna was shocked. I specifically told you to come alone. Why have you come with these disciples? And Ramanujacharya said, I followed your instruction. This is my disciple Dasarathi and this is my disciple Quresh. Dasarathi is my sannyas danda. He is not different than me. And Quresh is my dhwaja. Since you asked me to come with my sannyas danda and dhwaja, therefore I have come with them. And when Goshtipurna heard this, for the first time ever in the history of this mantra being offered to another person, the mantra was offered to Ramanujacharya along with his sannyas danda and dhwaja. So basically 3 persons and at the same time not 3 persons. This mantra was received by Ramanujacharya, it was received by Dasarathi and by Quresh. Because Ramanujacharya, he considered his disciples to be non-different than his own, his very life, his sannyas vows. They were so dear to him. When Srila Ramanujacharya received the mantra from Goshtipurna, Goshtipurna blessed him. And he said, today my life is successful. Having offered this mantra unto you, I have fulfilled the purpose of being the guardian of this mantra, the protector of this mantra. This mantra has been personally given by Lord Narayan to Sri Lakshmi Ji. Lakshmi Ji, she offered this mantra to Vishwaksen in the spiritual world. Vishwaksen, he offered this mantra to Namalvar. And he gave this mantra to Srinath Muni. Srinath Muni gave it to Pundarikaksha. Pundarikaksha offered this mantra to Krishna Mishra. Krishna Mishra offered this mantra to Ramanujacharya. And from Ramanujacharya I have received this mantra, and now I have given this mantra unto you, O Ramanujacharya. Protect it with your very life and soul. And at the end of your life, when you are about to leave this planet, you chant this mantra and you shall go back to Vaikuntha, to the spiritual world. At that time, find another qualified person and give this mantra to that qualified person. And in this way, the legacy shall go on. The parampara shall go on. And when Ramanujacharya was hearing these instructions from Goshtipurna, Ramanujacharya felt so very fortunate to have received this wonderful gift of the spiritual world, this rare mantra, the Ashtakshari mantra from Goshtipurna, that Ramanujacharya had a completely different vision from now onwards. Goshtipurna specifically told him that protect this mantra and do not give this mantra to anyone else. Ramanujacharya promised him that he would keep the vow that he had made to Goshtipurna, that he would not offer this mantra to anyone else. But this mantra was so potent that Ramanujacharya was feeling so very fortunate having received this mantra, and he was seeing this world as a world, a terrible place of suffering. And then he saw all the people in this world were suffering from the threefold miseries. And Ramanujacharya's heart went out to all of these people. I have a special mantra. I have this rare gift, this treasure that can liberate everyone from the cycle of birth and death. They have no idea that I have this gift. How can I keep it with me? And how can I see them suffering in this material world, suffering from the miseries of material existence, adibhautik, adhyatmik, adidevik, miseries, kleshas. Ramanujacharya went to the temple of Sriman Narayan, Lord Narayan, and he went to the rooftop and he called out to all the people that please come and gather around me. I have this rare treasure, this rare gift I want to give all of you. This is a wealth that surpasses all the treasures in the entire universe. Please receive it from me. And with such compassion and sincerity did Ramanujacharya call out to all the people, that people of all caste, creed, of all ages, they trusted him wholeheartedly. And with open minds and open hearts, they all came and gathered around the temple of Sriman Narayan, and eagerly they were waiting to receive the treasure from Ramanujacharya. And when Ramanujacharya saw them looking at him with such eagerness, he told them to repeat the mantra after him. And thrice did he ask them to repeat the mantra after him. And when the devotees, when all of these people, they received the mantra, immediately they were liberated from all of their material problems, the miseries, all anxiety, all fear, all lamentation, and their hearts and their faces were glowing with the ecstasy of love of Krishna. And Ramanujacharya felt so happy seeing all of them happy. And then Ramanujacharya, he understood that he had committed a great mistake, a great offense, and he had to go and accept responsibility for having made that great offense. So he went back to Goshtipurna ji. By then Goshtipurna ji had already heard that Ramanujacharya had revealed the secret mantra which for so many generations had been, its sanctity had been preserved, and now this mantra had been revealed to everyone. Goshtipurna was crying, and with tears in his eyes, he asked Ramanujacharya, Goshtipurna was very old. He said, I trusted you. Why did you break my trust? Why did you break your vow? Why did you do this to me? And when Ramanujacharya saw Goshtipurna crying, Ramanujacharya had tears in his eyes and said, Oh Guru Maharaj, when you offered me this mantra, this powerful mantra, this mercy of the spiritual world, at that moment I could look into your heart. And I saw that you had so much compassion for all the living entities. Your heart was crying out, seeing the miseries of every single living being in the universe. And you wanted to offer them your mercy. And when I saw that within your heart you had such compassion for all the living entities, the compassion of your heart, it made me give this mantra to all the living entities. It is not me, but it is you and the compassion of all the previous acharyas, which has allowed all the living entities here to receive this powerful mantra. So it is your glory. However, I have broken a sacred principle. I have disobeyed you. I have broken my vow unto you. This is a very serious offense. Goshtipurna asked him, do you know what is the reaction to this serious offense? And Ramanujacharya very humbly said, yes, I am ready to suffer in hell for all of eternity. And when Goshtipurna saw that how Ramanujacharya was so humble and how his heart was full of so much compassion, Goshtipurna's eyes, they started shedding tears of affection for Ramanujacharya. For many generations, we have been hearing the scriptures state this prophecy that there will come a great personality who will offer everyone without discrimination the supreme gift of love of Krishna. And we would always wonder, when will this prophecy be fulfilled? Today, this prophecy has been fulfilled. You are the fulfillment of the prophecy of the scriptures. And I am indeed so fortunate to have witnessed this event. From now onwards, all of the previous acharyas before us and all the generation of devotees who are going to come after us, all of us shall be known by your name as the Ramanuja Sampradaya. We shall be known as the followers of Srila Ramanujacharya. You are so blessed, Ramanujacharya, and I am so fortunate. There is no mistake. The difference between a devotee of the Lord and a good person is this. Both of them have compassion within the heart. A good, pious person in this world also can feel the pain of other living entities. And the devotee of the Lord also feels the pain of other living entities. And both want to serve other living entities. And both do render service unto other living entities. When a good person renders service unto another living entity, touched by their service, by their help, everyone offers them their appreciation, their gratitude. For a good person, there is no other option than to accept that gratitude as one's own. They have no other option than to accept this glory to accept this respect as those who have been compassionate to others. Because there is only them, there is no one else. And this can sometimes lead to grave pride. And that is their misfortune. A devotee of the Lord always sees oneself as an instrument in any act of service or compassion. A devotee of the Lord knows it for sure that it is only by the mercy of the previous acharyas. And therefore, any appreciation, any glorification that is offered unto the devotee of the Lord, a devotee unhesitatingly, without any other thought, a devotee immediately offers it to the previous acharyas, knowing very well that this glorification belongs to them. And thus, a devotee of the Lord never falls into the pit of pride. Hence, to be able to become a devotee of the Lord or to be called a devotee of the Lord is indeed the greatest of all fortunes. What is the use of only being a good person in this world? Rather, become a devotee of Lord Krishna. We can render service to the entire creation, and at the same time, we also have this most profound realization that we are the transparent via media of the entire Acharya Parampara. And that is our greatest fortune, to be used as an instrument of the entire Parampara. There is no greater fortune in this entire world and no greater treasure. Many of us may be moved by this because this was such a great sacrifice on the part of Ramanujacharya. But to consider Ramanujacharya simply as someone who made a great sacrifice would be below the dignity of this great Acharya. Ramanujacharya was simply rendering service. He never considered himself to be qualified to do anything else except serve. So isn't suffering and hell and accepting that in return for saving the entire world a very great act? Many of us will be inspired by that. Maybe today when we go back home and we are trying to sleep, we are going to meditate on, oh dear Lord, let us also suffer eternally in hell so that the entire human race is saved. Please don't make a prayer like that. Ramanujacharya, when he mentioned that he would suffer in eternity, there was a disclaimer along with that even. The disclaimer is, please don't try this at home. It is extremely dangerous and it has to be done under strict supervision. Yes? Because Ramanujacharya was not being a martyr. He was simply being the servant of the servant of the servant of the servant of the great devotees of the Lord. Because the great devotees of the Lord, they know that whether it is heaven or hell or even liberation, as long as there is service unto Krishna, there is no loss. Narayana para sarvena kutashana bibhati swarga apavarga narkeshu api talyartha darshanam. For a devotee of Lord Narayan, says Lord Shiva to Parvati in the Srimad Bhagavatam, for a devotee of Lord Narayan, service is all that matters to the devotee, because if service is available in hell, or if service is available in heaven, or it is available in the liberated stage, the external circumstances do not affect a devotee's desire to serve. And therefore, a devotee is happily situated in any circumstance as long as one can render service unto Krishna. having tried to explain this very illustrative pastime, it is indeed my great fortune that we can again and again remember so many wonderful lessons from this pastime. At the same time, I would like to come back to the present times and speak very, very briefly in the same mood that is reflected through this pastime of another great personality and another great mantra. This great personality had been asked by a spiritual master at a very early age. You are well versed in the English language. Why don't you take the message of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and spread it in the English speaking world? It was a prediction of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that one day all over the globe shall the names of Lord Hari, Lord Krishna be chanted in every town and village. At a very young age, in his 30s, or rather in his 20s, late 20s, not even 30s, late 20s, this young man had took the instruction of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj's spiritual master to heart. And there were so many challenges, there were so many arrangements that you had to make in his life, that a couple of decades later, at the age of 70, with practically no money, and just the Srimad Bhagavatam and a bag of potatoes and a bag of rice, he boarded a cargo ship and undertook a journey that the world has not heard of in the present century, in the present times. A 2-month journey over the seas on a cargo ship. How many of y'all have ever been on a roller coaster? Please raise up your hands. Been on a roller coaster? Or have you been on a Ferris wheel? You know, that giant wheel? Do you remember the experience when the wheel is really going fast, or you're on this really down slide coming down fast on the roller coaster? Do you remember the experience of what happens within your tummy? How is that experience? Do you remember that? Every time you're coming down very fast, it's as if your guts are going to come out of your mouth, because everything seems to be floating up. Many people throw up. They vomit. Imagine that feeling for 2 whole months, 24/7, at 70 years of age. That is called as seasickness. Three heart attacks. Comes to a place where practically people are not able to understand his accent. In New York the storefront, 22nd Avenue, one day he tells all the young people, tomorrow is initiation, or 15 days from now, Janmashtami is initiation. What is initiation? Okay, some ceremony. So there is his apartment at the back of the storefront. A sacrificial fire is created, a small pit with some, and all the windows are closed. And there is this smoke, and people are like really suffocating. And Prabhupada says this is very nice. You know, not getting suffocated in the smoke, but he says this holy fire, the smoke is very, very auspicious. And finally, he tells them, bow down. Bow. Now, for those of you who are from India, you understand that sometimes when we have to bow, we have to tell somebody to bow down, we do not say bow down, we say bow down. Have you experienced that? Bow. Like bow and arrows. Many years later, even I would always say bow down. We all would say bow. We are bowing down. Yes? So Prabhupada in his Bengali accent, he said bow. And because his accent was so thick, they did not really understand what it was. So they thought that what he meant was blow. So already the fire was very smoky, there was a lot of smoke. And they started blowing into the fire. Can you imagine blowing into the sacrificial fire? This is not the chulha. It is not your gas stove, the stove which is in India, with cow dung patties in it. They have that you need to blow on. This is a sacrificial fire, you're not supposed to blow on it. It becomes contaminated. So Prabhupada says, blow, they go, blow, and Prabhupada says, what am I going to do? He says, just chant Hare Krishna. Krishna will accept you. So 2 months over the seas, the first time he sees the shores of the Western world, Prabhupada is thinking, why did I come to hell? He writes in his poem, I have no idea, this entire place is covered with so much ignorance. I have no idea what I am supposed to do here. But Krishna, you have brought me here, therefore you must have a plan. See, Prabhupada had not lost his money, or he did not lose, like the festival did not go bad. When we also say, Krishna, maybe you have a plan. We always, that is when we remember that Krishna may have a plan. When everything is going good, we think, Krishna fulfilled my plan. But when things are not going well, we say, maybe Krishna has a plan. Krishna, you have a plan. It is simply by the order of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj that I have come here. So I am a puppet, make me dance, make me dance, make me dance. And what a dance did he perform? By Krishna's mystical power. Such a dance, within 12 years there was a worldwide movement. Thousands of devotees, hundreds of temples. Can you imagine? Even today, there are a few disciples of Srila Prabhupada that I have met, that they have never ever worn anything else except dhoti and kurta in their entire life, every single day. They are from the Western world. And the ladies have not worn anything else except saris. Complete foreign culture to them. They had practically no idea. The first time they put on dhotis, people thought that they put on bed sheets. They learned to put on tilak. They chanted the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. They started worshipping Tulsi. No one in the entire creation had ever thought that Tulsi Devi would be worshipped in North America. Impossible task. And today, she is so gloriously being worshipped all over the globe. One person, with all of his austerities, just with one instruction that the person wanted to fulfill. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj wanted this, and therefore to fulfill his desire, that is my very life and soul. And then he gave the mantra, that powerful mantra that other than India and certain parts of India, none of the world had ever heard of the existence of that mantra. The Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Today the Hare Krishna Mahamantra is resounding all over the globe. But in 1965, 1966, Shri Radha Neela Madhav Bhagwan ki Jai, Shri Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman Ji ki jai, Shri Gaur Nitai ki jai, Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Maiya ki jai, Lakshmi Narsingadev Bhagwan ki jai. But before Srila Prabhupada, the Hare Krishna Mahamantra was practically a secret unknown to the Western world. And Prabhupada came to Tompkins Square Park and he started chanting Hare Krishna. And everyone was surprised and they got attracted. And Prabhupada requested them to chant Hare Krishna. And slowly, this great treasure of the spiritual world, it showed its miracle. The greatest miracle that the world has ever seen. And when Srila Prabhupada went back, there were a few criticisms that he had to face. Oh, these people, why did you give this one mantra to them? They are so unqualified. You have actually broken, you have actually you have brought disdain to the tradition, the Vedic tradition. It is demeaning to give mantra to the Mlechas and the Yavanas. And they don't even know how to pronounce the mantra properly. They don't even know how to chant the mantra properly. Even if you go to India today, sometimes when you're chanting Hare Krishna, you'll be stopped by some people and they'll say, wrong. This is blasphemy. You should chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. And by the time you actually start chanting like that, it feels as if 10,000 years of tapasya has been done. Sometimes when I kirtan go, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. And there will be big objection, people. What is this Krishna? Come to Vrindavan, we will show you. So Srila Prabhupada was asked, why did you give this mantra to these people? They do not even know what is the correct pronunciation. And Srila Prabhupada said, yes, their pronunciation may be inaccurate, but their renunciation is exemplary. And that is what is more pleasing to Krishna. The pronunciation, yes, there may be mistakes. But look at their dedication. They have given up their lives not just to serve Krishna, but they have accepted a culture that is completely foreign to them. In India, for those of you who are from India, if you want to impress the people in India, even today, that the Hare Krishna Mahamantra is very powerful, all you have to say is that all these devotees, if you are in South India, all you have to say is that all these devotees who are chanting Hare Krishna, they don't even drink coffee. And people will accept you as a saint. Arey Baba, you don't even drink coffee, oh my God. And if you are in North India, all you have to tell them that these devotees who are chanting Hare Krishna, they don't even drink tea. And they will be ready to worship your lotus feet. That is all it takes to make them understand that the Hare Krishna Mahamantra is so powerful. That if you chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, you get free from the desire to drink even tea and coffee. Finished. So it is by the mercy of this great Acharya Srila Prabhupada, this modern day miracle man, the world has been introduced to the most rarest of the rare jewels of Kali Yuga. The chanting of the holy names, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And Srila Prabhupada, he has done the austerities for us. He has suffered. None of us need any longer undertake a 2-month journey with seasickness to perfect our chanting. None of us need to go through 3 heart attacks to perfect our chanting. None of us have to go to an unknown world with unknown people, no contacts, to be able to practice Krishna consciousness. For everything has been offered to us as a great gift. Srila Prabhupada, by his compassion and understanding the compassion of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj, he did his austerity of fasting, austerity of traveling, austerity of coming to an unknown place. Srila Prabhupada, just try and understand, not only was his 40 rupees useless, he had practically nothing to eat. He had absolutely no idea that how the Western world was completely inequipped for the diet that he would need. In India, at least you could go begging to some houses and ask them for some vegetables or roti, and you might get that. Here in the West, if you went begging, you'll get unmentionable food. Even if people are merciful, the kind of charity that one would receive is unacceptable. So Srila Prabhupada had absolutely no idea that this is the situation in the West. Because being a sadhu, he thought that maybe, this is what I think Srila Prabhupada would have thought, that there could be someone that would be a vegetarian. In 1960s, vegetarian was a concept that only belonged to lunatics. Even today, except the West Coast and the East Coast, if you travel through the rest of America, people laugh. You know? Like, oh, vegetarian? Go to the loony bin. And he had come prepared with potatoes and rice, and he just had his cooker, 3-tier cooker. Where was he going to get the fire to cook? And the fuel. In India, sadhu could sit by the side of the road, collect twigs, light a fire and cook. Did he ever realize what a precarious position Srila Prabhupada had put himself in? 40 rupees was useless. Even going back meant 2 months of travel back over the seas. He had already suffered 3 heart attacks. He was 70 years old. And in the worst of circumstances, if he wanted to cook his rice and potatoes, practically that would not have been possible for him. Where would you find the means to do it? But still he had this deep desire that since it is the desire of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj, therefore I have to fulfill his desire. So just as Ramanujacharya, he had no personal interest of achieving Vaikuntha through this mantra. All he wanted to do was serve Mahapurna's desire. Similarly, Srila Prabhupada, he had no other personal motivation other than to serve the desire of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj. And just as Ramanujacharya, when he received this mantra, he immediately offered it to the entire world. Our Srila Prabhupada, when he was asked by Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj, he brought the Hare Krishna Mahamantra to a world that was completely bereft of Krishna consciousness and gave them the wonderful treasure that would give one entry into Goloka Vrindavan. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So we should offer our tributes to Srila Ramanujacharya along with Srila Prabhupada. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Any questions, comments, clarifications? Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srila Ramanujacharya ki jai, Srimad Ramanujacharya Charanam Sharanam Prapade. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Rohini Priya Prabhu. Thanks for introducing us and telling about the life story of Sri Ramanujacharya and how powerful the Nama is, and how Srila Prabhupada also followed a similar example in his life. It's very wonderful to know how similar the ideals are between two sampradayas. Thanks for bringing the nectar to us. And three loud cheers to Rohini Priya Prabhu. Hari Bol! Hari Bol! Hari Bol! I'm sure we'll only touch just the brief. We have so many things to share. Hare Krishna. And tomorrow we have the education seminar that's starting. I think that's by registration, so the details are on the poster outside as details how to register for that. So please do register if you are interested. But otherwise there are open sessions where everybody can attend.